need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment. Yeah. I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship. Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first ones, and y'all ain't the last ones. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' blow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go. To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I need to turn on my camera. Hold on. Let me get myself together. There we go. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and yes, we are back for yet another relationship rehab. I am really excited about doing tonight's show because I am really excited just to be here with y'all again. And if you are watching this via YouTube, please click on, actually, I thought I put it in there. Hang on. Let me do this so I can get you guys to go to my Rumble and join that channel. Because I don't know what YouTube is doing, but it ain't nice. I can tell you that. So let me make sure I get that in the chat. I thought I had it, but I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes, please, if you are watching, there we go. Make sure that you go to the Rumble and my channel over there. I'm started over there. It's slowly but surely coming along. So I want to make sure that you guys actually can see that. And you can actually join there. Can you guys hear me all good? Matter of fact, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm trying. And you know what? To those people that's over there on the Rumble, I'm trying to figure out how I can get the chat, because I want the Rumble chat on my pay on the screen
and I was fooling with it today, but I don't know how I can get it because it's like enable. Yeah, because it's like when I pop out the chat, it's like it's not allowing me to like pull it up on my whatchamacallit on my whatchamacallit my broadcast software. I can't get it up there for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, just to everybody who can, like I said, please we chatting on yeah, it's gonna probably just have to be YouTube because I can't get the chat up over there on Rumble. So let me turn on the YouTube thing, and I'm just saying this to my people at Rumble. Success is duplicated, not replicated. So please, 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 y'all take a page out of YouTube's book and just do a lot of the shit that they doing because they got a lot of this shit figured out. And one of the things that they got figured out is how to do this chat. Let me see if I can bring it up in 1 second. Yeah, I know it's right. It's like it's just difficult to do it over there. Hopefully, with some upgrades coming, it's even difficult to, in my opinion, creating a show because it's like I don't know if it's like the web browsers on like a timer or something like that, but it's like on YouTube I can create a show and leave the show sitting there for 2 days. And as long as I don't delete that page or remove that page or nothing, it's gonna be there. But for some reason with this, man, with that Rumble, it's like you got like 30 seconds to create it. So if I'm doing like I'm broadcasting right now on 3 channels, so it's like I have to go in and create my two channels on YouTube. But when I do Rumble, I got to do that right then and there in the moment, or it's gonna go away on me. It'll crash, I guess, or sign me out or something. Yeah, but it's weird. But hopefully I can get it together. But let me try to get this chat up, and then we're gonna go ahead and dive right into the show because it's quite a few videos that I have. But for those of you who don't or who have not seen it, I don't know where you've been. You've probably been living under a rock if you haven't. But that Nashville shooter, active shooter that they had at that school, it was as sad as any active shooter is, as sad as it is, and to those families, my heart goes out to you guys, man. Those innocent people, those 3 9-year-old kids that died, man, the custodian that died. It's like all I can tell you is this, and I guess people need to accept the fact that, you know, this whole gun thing, of course, and I'm so sick of these liberal Democrats saying we got to get more gun control. It's the gun control that does this. If we get the gun control, we won't have this problem. And it's just not true. I wish it was, but it's just not true. It's just not true. Our country is unlike any other, and what they want to do will not solve the problem. And it's like that's just their pattern. That's their way of doing things. They think the more control we take away from the people, the safer we'll make the people. And as it's really an insane approach that they have, but they're just power hungry. These people that are in these political positions, that are up there on Capitol Hill, these people really honest and truly believe, and I guess because they're around each other so much, they all share the same delusion. But they're around each other to the point where they believe that the problem is that we don't let them decide enough for us. And they want to be able to control everything. They want to control our money. They want to control what we do, what we say, where we go, how we play. They want to control everything because they think that in their minds that that's the way. We're the lesser. We're the ones that don't know. We're like children, and we just need to be guided and told and led and told what to do. That's just their philosophy and just how they come off with these politics and their rules that they want to enact. It's all to give them more power. It's all to enrich them, and it's to give them that ultimate control over us. That's it. They want to be the masters, and they want us to be the slaves. That's just what it is. And it's like, as much as people try to say, oh, well, they're trying to make it safer for all Americans. It's a bunch of BS. And I'm gonna prove it right now. And for anybody That way ain't nobody gonna debate me on no gun control. I can tell you that right now. But I can tell you that, and win anyway. They can debate me, but they won't win. But here's the thing: when you're talking about looking at what it would take to make our children safe, we're talking about our children here. I ask you this: if you had the same level of security that you have to endure and go through when you go to the airport or when you go to a courthouse, active shooter solved in schools. I'll say it again. If you really want to control, if you really want to get a handle on, if you really want to fight against and just stop the active shooter in our schools to where our babies are not getting murdered anymore at random, you would have the same security protocols that you have at a courthouse or at an airport. You do realize at a courthouse, you can't just walk into the courthouse. You got court, traffic court, criminal court, family court, but you can't just walk into a courthouse, can you? No, you can't. What do you have to do when you walk into a courthouse? You have to not only walk through a metal detector, you have to take your bags through a x-ray machine. And even if you beep, you have to get wanded. And they even do random wandings. You're going through and they say, every seventh person or whatever, or every 12th person or every 15th, we just pull them to the side and we wand those people. There's only one way into a courthouse. Ain't no, I got 8 exits to get in the courthouse and 2 of them are guarded, 2 of them ain't. Nope. It's only one way in. It's like the Carter on New Jack City. One way in, one way out. If you had that same protocol set up for schools, one entrance, and at that entrance, you have police officers, sheriff's deputies, whichever one, you would do it. Now, here's what the person who would be looking at this and think, well, how do we do that? How do we get the funding for that? You put a resource officer in every school, and you fund it the same way you funded Homeland Security. You fund it the same exact way that you fund, what's that country we just gave, $70-80 billion to? You fund it the same way you fund the Ukraine. That's how you fund it. That's how you fund it. You take military, ex-military, you take retired police officers, you take police officers, you take any and everybody that you can, and that's how you do it. Well, what about the private schools? Private schools, same way, except they kick in a little extra dough for the setup. You can even have it to where the government will buy you the equipment. Y'all got to fund the resource officer or sharing the cost of that. But the so-called free education public schools, they all should be able to get it. Our tax dollars are going to that. Yup. Have these companies that are making these things, make it affordable. Shit. You come up with it, and that's how you institute it. Ain't no other way to try, well, you got it's a lot of working part. Man, bullshit. You think about once 9/11 hit, conspiracy or no conspiracy, you think about how when 9/11 took place, think about how fast it took, or how long it took, rather, for them to get and establish an entirely new branch of law enforcement. They threw up Homeland Security literally overnight. Literally overnight. Started telling your ass you can't bring no bottles of water on the plane. You can't bring this on the plane. You can't bring that on the plane. If you do, your ass going to jail. You get kicked out. You get put on the no-fly list. Homeland Security, just like that. Right, Wolf Bear, the TSA? Where the fuck was the TSA at before it was a fucking TSA? It wasn't one. They came up with it Just like that. They found the money. And it's the same thing that they could do with the schools. I would not mind one bit walking into my kid's school and there's a police officer there to wand me and send me through a metal detector. Send me through one of them things they got at the airport where you got to hold your arms up like that while the thing go around you and they got to pat you down or whatever. If you're fat, they got to pat you down and make sure that everything's good. Yup, sure would. I sure would. I wouldn't mind one bit. And people would not mind. The American public, if we can deal with the airport, we damn sure can deal with our schools having that type of entry protocol. We damn sure could. That's just what it is. But I'm not a genius. If we can protect our lawyers, our district attorneys, our judges, you go to a courthouse and look at what we do for judges. They got bailiffs in the courtroom. Some of them got two, right? Yup. They're not just a bailiff, they're bailiff. Oh, I'm the bailiff for Judge Judy. Yep, I'm her bailiff, and that's just what it is. And yeah, I'm gonna be here till I retire or until they move me around or she get tired of me. Why wouldn't we do that for our children? Why wouldn't we do that for our children? That's the only question that comes up. There is nothing that you can look at that the government has spent money on in the past 20 years that you could say, well, we would have to spend it on this instead of spending it on that. We've sent billions of dollars over to the Ukraine. I can't go to the Ukraine. My tax dollars can, but I can't. Just saying. We left hundreds of millions of dollars of military equipment over in the Iraq. I ain't going over to Iraq, but my tax dollar show sitting over there. It's a tank or a helicopter or some shit that's left over there that my tax dollars paid for that's just been given to the Iraqis because we abandoned the shit. Thank you, Joe Biden. We can bail out the banks. Hundreds of billions of dollars to the banks. Yup, we can do that. Still let the bank executives bonus. We can do that. But you telling me we can't establish school resource, a federal agency of, what do you want to call it? The U.S. Student Resource Officer, law enforcement or something? I don't know. Come up with a goddamn name. We can't do that, but we can bail out. What's that bank that just fucking failed in Silicon Valley? We can bail out the SVB. We can bail that out. We ain't gonna let that. We gonna give them people their money, but we can't get a school resource officer, a metal detector, and an X-ray machine to go through every motherfucking school. Man, bullshit. We can. It's just that they don't want to. That's just what it is. And I don't know why this chat ain't coming. Oh, wait. I think I know why. There we go. Hopefully that'll fix it. Let me try one more again. But it's like, dude, when you look at the things that we do and the things that we would spend our money on, they find the money. Our country and our politicians are notorious for finding the money. We'll make a way. But when it's for something like this, why can't we find the money? Why is it so hard for us to find the money now? Well, we really got to look into, but we can spend $100 million. What was $100 million? Don't give me the line. What did we send over to Pakistan? We sent something like $25 million to Pakistan for transgender research. 'Cause, 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 'c We can do that one, but we can't say, hey, let's get a school resource officer. Let's get an armed police officer in every school. Let's get a metal detector and an x-ray machine in every school. Well, why would we need that? So that our children will be safe. So a student can't bring in a gun, a parent can't bring in a gun, and if anybody that's crazy enough to come up to that door with a rifle, rocket launcher, or whatever, there's at least one officer on site who at the very least can call it in and confront the threat. Why not? That's just how we operate in the U.S. If it ain't nothing to where somebody else can benefit from it, they not trying to hear it. Why am I the one thinking of this and Capitol Hill ain't? All them goddamn law writers and lawmakers all in Washington, D.C. getting paid way more money than me. Why ain't they thinking of this? Why aren't they getting the Army Corps of Engineers to figure this out? Why aren't they finding out, well, hey, what are we doing for our own security? They got more security at Capitol Hill than they do in the school. But every time something happens at a school, it's, oh, we've got to stop. We've got to make this work. We've got to figure. We figured out a way. We do it the same way. That's why it's no active shooters at the courthouse. That's why it ain't no active shooter at the airport. And whenever there is one, they get put down real quick, don't they? Like that lady here in Dallas that went down there with the airport and pulled out a gun. They took care of her ass real quick. Real quick. Got her together real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, no problem, man. We'll get you together. Step right this way. Yep, we're going to pull out our guns and we're going to go ahead and shoot you. Not a problem. We see that you brandish a weapon. No problem. We'll go ahead. You fired that weapon. All righty. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and just shoot you right here, right now. Prepare yourself in 3, 2, 1, bang. And there you go. It's just that simple. It can be done. It's just a matter of if our government wants to spend the funds to do it. And to our and the part that's our fault, we ain't putting the pressure on them to do it. We're not putting the pressure on them to make them do it. So it's like, if we not gonna make them do it, what do you think's gonna happen? They ain't gonna do shit. But I tell you what, they got their own agenda, don't they? They got their own little pet projects, don't they? Yep, they do. But because we won't hold them to task and we won't hold them accountable to what it is that they need to do for us and spending our money, there it is. So that's just my little rant as far as these schools and getting these schools to be safe. You want to solve that problem? Don't come to me talking about banning a goddamn thing, because criminals don't follow the law. They break them. They break them. That's just what it is. Criminals do not obey the law. Well, if everyone would turn in their guns, so all of us law-abiding citizens are turning in our guns. Here's what gun control is to most Democrats. They want us all to create a registry so they'll know who all got what guns. Well, not a registry, but a new gun registry, so that we can say, hey, we got to register all of our guns. Then once we register all of our guns, they will come and take all of our guns. Now, everybody who has an illegal gun and or who has not registered a gun, then those people are just out there. We'll try to find them, but we can't promise that. In the meantime, everybody else that has a gun illegally, well, pretty much you're going to be at their mercy. And then, to their benefit, those politicians that would love to just institute these laws and it would just fix it just like that, all of those people have armed security with them. Or they also have the right to carry a firearm. So you want all of the law-abiding citizens, the sheep, to give up their guns, while the wolves and the so-called shepherds have all the guns that they want. Because ain't nobody gonna shoot you while you're at your gated community estate. Ain't nobody going up to Martha's Vineyard and shooting up people. They ain't happening. Ain't there no home invasions in Martha's Vineyard. It's just not. Ain't no home invasions happening at the White House. Because they have snipers. That's why. You want to know why nobody has come to kick in the door at the White House and shoot the people up there? Because there's plenty of people that don't like people that have been in and out of that warehouse, of that White House. You know why? Because they have snipers on the roof. They have soldiers walking around with guns. And those politicians are more than happy to keep paying their salaries because they believe they're more important than you, and that's why they should be held they should have more security than everyone else. You want me to get rid of my guns? Give me a 4-man security detail that can follow around me and my family for the rest of our lives? Oh, wait, like the president does? Yeah, give me that, then I'll give up my guns. Till then, I don't want to hear shit about me giving up or registering a goddamn thing. It's my right to live the way that I'm living right now. And I don't know why this chat ain't coming up, but it is not. And I'm sorry. And I wish there was a way that I could fix it, but it appears that I can't. And just sometimes this thing just acts crazy. And I don't know why, but it just does. Jeez. And it's like sometimes I do it and it comes right up. Then it's other times I got to do the shit 15 times in order to make it come up. And I don't know why I have to do that. But it's like right now, it's just literally going back and forth, making me authorize. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 authorizations. So I've tried to authorize this thing to show 7 times, and it's not. And then when I bring it up, it does it. Maybe it heard me talking shit about it, and that's why I did what it's supposed to do. There we go. All right. So let me get up here and let me start the show. Now that I ran my mouth more than long enough. And just basically to give you guys a brief overview of what happened before we get into the video. Active shooter, you have a person, a woman who is living as a man. And she, I guess at some point, wants to go and shoot up this school. And going to shoot up this school, this is a school that she actually went to. A lot of people may say that, it's because of the Christian curriculum or the Christian values or the way that they treated her in this school drove her to this. I'm not sure. I don't know what her mental state was, but I do know that she had the intention of shooting up this school, and she was hell-bent on doing it, and she got what she asked for. And I guess, I don't know what a lot of people, well, I know a lot of people may not know this, but there's also video footage of the actual response. And I know that one of the things that we talked about and that I argued with several people about Uvalde is that, because the thing about Uvalde and even some YouTubers, Brandon Tatum, were talking about you weren't there, you didn't know how it is, you don't know until you're there in the situation, you don't know how this goes. And I specifically talked about how an active shooter response is textbook and universal across the land for the United States. Not only have I had the training, I've had it several times. I've been through it several times. And what these guys did in Nashville is the exact same training that I had. And I even proved that with the Uvalde thing, how I told you all how it was supposed to go. And once the investigation went down, they said the same exact shit that I said. Well, now you're going to actually see what I said then during Uvalde and what I'm saying now. It is the exact same thing. You're going to see them do it. I'm talking to the T. I said when I first saw this video, It literally gave me chills at the level of execution that these guys had in the moment. And it just goes to show that the way that you play is the way that you practice. These guys practiced this shit. These guys went over this. They all knew what to do and fell in line in a matter of seconds. They got all on the same page instantly. And they went and literally took care of business. Yes, Wolf Bear, this was greatly executed. You can sit back and play Monday morning quarterback and draw little X's and O's about certain little things here and there, but overall, this was great execution. Excellent. If those guys, if there was an active shooter at my kid's school, this is exactly what I want those guys to do. All thing I can say to critique them more would be, shit, just do it faster. That's the only thing that you can do. But the way that these guys moved, their sense of urgency, the way they communicated, it was absolutely perfect. I love the fact that these guys got together like this and did what they did, because you also have to take into account the heat of the moment. You have to take into account the adrenaline that's pumping. Yeah, you trained for this and you thought about this, but when it's actually happened, it does hit a little different. But it is your training and your muscle memory that gets you to the point to where you can go through it and execute it at a high level like these dudes did. So I definitely have to give a shout out to these guys, because what they did and the way they did it, it's like this is exactly what we all talked about. This is exactly what we practice. This is exactly how the training states it. This is exactly how the training goes. And these guys did not miss a beat. They came in and they got her done, and they got her done the right way. And I appreciate them for it. This was and it's so funny to me how these officers are not all over the news. It's funny to me how the president ain't calling their asses. It's funny to me how the president didn't invite them over to the White House for beer, or I'm sorry, not beer, that was Obama. Invited them over to the White House for fucking ice cream. Did you all see what Joe Biden did when he went and talked about this? And this just goes to show how if this was Donald Trump, shout out to my man Illa Dre, hit your boy with a cash out. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And my man Dwight Supremacy hit your boy with a super chat. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. But my thing is, had Donald Trump came to talk about an active shooter, but beforehand gave some great comedic banter about ice cream and how he was just here for the ice cream and he just wanted the ice cream because he got so much ice cream because he's the president and he got ice cream, his chocolate chip, and he just loves his chocolate chips ice cream. But you got 6 families that are grieving, and you're going to talk about these 6 families and this active shooter that is taking place, and you want to joke about ice cream. That's why you're here. Fuck these families. I'm here for the ice cream. Yeah, I'm Joe Biden. I'm the president, and my wife is Dr. Jill Biden, and I'm just here for the ice cream. It's chocolate chip. And all those fuckers that were in there were laughing at it, that thought it was funny and it was cute. And it's like, y'all, it's amazing, and this is why I just have I have very little tolerance and very little respect for a lot of these people. And it's not just because they're Democrat or because they're liberal. It's because they just have a total lack of accountability. Because they'll see somebody do one thing and it'll be the worst thing ever, and then they'll see a different person do the same exact thing and not even justify it. They just won't say shit. Right, Godfather, no moral compass whatsoever. I mean, literally won't say nothing. It's like when Donald Trump said to black voters, what do y'all have to lose? Niggas lost their mind. Joe Biden comes back and says, if you don't vote for me, nigga, you ain't black. And niggas said nothing. What do y'all have to lose? Which was honest. What the fuck did we have to lose voting for him? We had shit to lose. But then you gonna tell me I ain't black if I don't vote for you? And motherfucking black folks didn't have a problem with that. They just That's the problem. We'll find a great we won't find an excuse for it. We just won't even say shit about it. You know, don't say they hit them with the motherfucking the jungle egg. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. That's just what they hit them with. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep I'm gonna act like he didn't even say shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, damn, he just said if you wasn't black. Nah, no. He said if you wasn't black. No. I ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, there it is. There it is. And that just goes to show you the type of character, the type of integrity that these politicians have and the people that vote for these politicians have, to where, hey, everybody ain't perfect. And I ain't even going to come close to saying that Republicans or conservatives are saints. They're not. But as people, as fucking human beings, if we can't even be consistent with our own convictions to what I will hold somebody else accountable to, I will hold this group to because it's on the team that I vote for, man, come on. You have no integrity. None. You have no morality. And that goes to show what type of person you truly are. It's a clear indicator as to what your character is. And I can't trust that. And I won't trust that. I won't benefit of the doubt a motherfucker who shows me poor character. I won't benefit of the doubt a person who shows that they have no integrity. I just won't. I just will not do it. So, but let me go ahead and we're going to run through this real quick and get to the video to where we actually get to break. I get to break that down for you guys. But first things first, I want to go ahead and play pretty much the briefing from the chief who talked about these guys.
Welcome back to CBS Mornings. America's latest mass shooting, as you know, took place inside a school full of young children. 3 9-year-old students, just sit with that for just a second. 9-year-old students and 3 adults were killed at the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee. Surveillance video shows the moment that this shooter entered the school. We have to warn you, you've seen it. It's extremely disturbing. You can see the shooter, who police say was a former student, breaking a glass door with gunfire. Police say this attacker was heavily armed and this attack was carefully planned. We're joined now by Nashville's police chief. His name is John Drake.
And it was so funny to me how they actually tried to make it seem where this person was a man, when I think it was the guy who was on Valuetainment said, y'all can call it trans this or trans that. Tell me what the coroner puts down on the coroner report. He's going to put down female. There you go. It's a female. The coroner is not going to put down trans woman, trans man, trans whatever, trans fill in the blank. He's going to put down deceased female. And that's exactly what this is. She looked like a dude, looked like a lady, whatever the case may be. She looked like a man, fine, deceased female. That's it. So I'm not playing that game. And my thing is this. I'm not even saying that because she was trans that she was crazy, but I can say this. The mental illness of just where this person was when they decided to do what they did, I don't think their gender had a thing to do with it. I don't think the fact that she was female or the fact that she was a male or the fact that she was a trans female, that it has something to do with that. No. That person's sex or how they identify with their sexuality, whatever. In my book, bad guy, stop by good guys. Period.
Good to see you, Chief Drake. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. Not that it sometimes even matters, but whatever.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce,
they be flagging my content, dude.
Of copyrighted motion
they will flag my shit,
videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Under these circumstances, my heart is so heavy. I'm so sad, so angry and mad. I cannot imagine how you were feeling this morning. I've seen interviews with you where you say that you think the motive here was resentment. What do you mean by resentment? What does that mean? Resentment about what?
So the investigation is still ongoing into this whole incident. But what detectives have said so far is there's possibly some resentment for having to go to that school. There's a connection with that family. Right now, I can't go deeply into that, but because it's unconfirmed. But that's really where that came from.
What makes you say the attack was carefully planned?
So we have a manifesto. We have a booklet that shows exactly what she had planned to do. We have maps that showed the entry point into the school, the weapons that was going to be used, the clothing that she was going to wear. She had drawn it up almost like a cartoon character.
Wow.
It was exactly what she had on during this incident. And she was a previous student. She had some connections there. The head of the school was assassinated in the hallway. So we feel it was targeted and planned.
Mm-hmm. You think she was targeting 9-year-old children?
It's so unfortunate as this investigation continues to go. The kids was obviously targeted. Praise goes out to the men and women the two officers actually who went into the school, because we could have had far more casualties than what we had.
Absolutely.
They immediately responded, went inside, addressed and mitigated the suspect. And I give the school credit as well, because for some reason the alarm was going off, the fire alarm, and there wasn't any kids in the hallway. And I think they've gone through some type of training. I'll find out more about that today. But they played a great role as well in preventing more lives from being lost.
You know, Chief Drake, you've spent a life in law enforcement. That involves seeing some things. I'm sure you've been in some tough situations. Could you take us back to the scene yesterday when you arrived? I heard you at the press conference, which I was covering live yesterday, talk about tears coming to your eyes. What did you see, and how did it move you?
And you can tell like how this officer looked. Either he ain't had a lot of sleep. He probably hasn't at this point when this was taking place. He probably ain't had a lot of sleep, but you can see that the emotional toll that it takes on police officers. And it's like so many times we have this thing, and that's why I really need to make this shirt about police, our people too. We don't think about the emotional roller coaster that police officers have to go through and the emotions that they have to deal with going through these types of things. Because it's like when you think about, you know, what it is that police officers have to do and what it is we have to go through when we see these tragic things, it's like, yeah, y'all getting it from the news perspective, but actually being there, it's like they're just things that you just don't forget. It's like, and I don't know if you've ever, a lot of people don't experience this. You just won't. But the smell of fresh blood that's been spilled, you don't forget that. The smell of gunfire, the sulfur, and that blood smell, and in cases too, you'll have you'll see the blood, you'll see the urine, you'll smell the feces. You know, when people get shot, some people can lose control of their bladder. They can shit themselves and all that kind of stuff. But it's like when you have to go in there and you have to smell that, and then you actually see it. It's like one of those things you just don't forget. Tragic accidents, like seeing somebody impaled, seeing somebody pinned against a tree in a car. It's like those are things that you never forget. That stuff will never leave you. The smell of a old dead body, a dead body that's been sitting up in a house in the middle of the summer in July and it's been in there for 2 weeks. It's a smell that you just won't forget. You just don't forget that smell. And it's like, aside from what you see and how that body is, that smell with the sight of what it is that may be tied to, it's like those are things that we have to process and we have to keep with us. And it's like, ain't no erasing that. You don't get that thought out your mind. You over time and hopefully through some type of therapy or something, you try to not think about it. But it's like there's a lot of that shit that you just don't get. It don't leave you. It's like even growing up in the hood that I grew up in, gunshots don't faze me. I could hear somebody let off right now a 30-round magazine, automatic, and I would be sitting there like, damn, somebody's shooting. Other people would be like, oh my God, gunshots, did you hear it? And they want to step outside and go outside. Hey, did you guys hear that? Call 911. It's a certain level of just stress that I'm able to deal with because my tolerance level is at a higher level than most because I'm so used to street violence. I'm so used to that street life. It's like hearing somebody fight and scream and yell and gunshots going off and shit like that. That shit I'm used to. Only difference in where I live now is that if I heard it, it wouldn't be accompanied by somebody's speaker system they got in their car. It's like I'm used to hearing them gunshots and shit like that, but I'm also used to a car going down the street bumping some motherfucking NWA or bumping some motherfucking DMX or some shit that would be the background music for it. So it's like there are things that we have to process and deal with just in different walks of life that some people will never ever experience. And that's one of the reasons why I've even talked to some people about, people who've come to me about gun control and talked about guns. And this was one of the discussions people had, like, yeah, but do you need an AR-15? I said most people don't understand the necessity of an AR-15 because they've never been in a situation or lived in an environment where there would be a necessity for an AR-15. So no, you may not need one, but I damn sure do. Well, what do you mean? I said, well, let me explain it to you. And this is something you all can use to explain this shit as to why we need AR-15s. Notice I said need. Here's the thing. An AR-15, number one, it's a rifle and it is very accurate. It is more accurate and easier to shoot than a handgun. Most people who don't know shit about guns don't know that. Two, the fact that it is easier to shoot and it's more accurate, it also affords you to have, because then the next thing, well, do you need a 60-round magazine? The other part to that is most people in today's world, in a situation where you would have a home invasion, most home invasions now in today's world are at least two or more assailants. So if I'm asleep and somebody kicks in my door to rob me, the odds of that person being by themselves are slim to none. I don't know what the actual percentage is, but the percentages are definitely in favor of multiple people. They break in houses like that. Home invasions are multiples. It's not one. So yes, that's why. Because I need to put down multiple targets. I don't want to find out or fuck around and find out what a fucking criminal will do. Well, you don't know if they're here to harm you. They just could be coming in to get some stolen goods for drugs. And because of that, stolen goods are not as more valuable than people. I tell you what, right now, I got a VCR sitting right here on my desk, and it's more valuable than any motherfucker that comes and kicks in my front door. That VCR right now ain't worth shit. But I tell you what, it's mine, and yes, I would shoot a motherfucker that want to break in my house to come take my VCR, then let them just have it. And you know why? Because if somebody's coming in here because they're on drugs, and because they're trying to fend for themselves the best way they can. For that motherfucker to accidentally stab, shoot, or kill one of my loved ones because they didn't mean it. Fact is, my fucking people are hurt, so I don't want nobody coming in my door. How about that? And if they do, I'm going to assume that they're here to do the worst. I'm not going to try to talk to them. I'm not going to try to find out what they want. I'm not going to ask them no goddamn questions. I won't. If they got enough balls to walk in my front door, kick in my front door, waving the 4-4, I'm not going to be the one saying, Papa, please don't hit me no more. Nope. I'm going to respond with equal or greater violence. And if I need an AR-15, my wife needs an AR-15, or my teenage child needs an AR-15 to do that more efficiently, that's exactly why. Well, do you need the 30-round magazine? I mean, come on. Here's the point to that. I do. And the reason why I do is because I don't ever, and no one should ever want to and or have to reload in a gunfight. Why? Because in a gunfight, seconds matter. And in a gunfight, you don't have seconds to reload. This ain't John Wick, motherfuckers. This ain't the movies to where you got time to reload your gun, to reload your 6-shooter. You will die doing it. My probability to survive a gunfight drastically decreases when I have to call a timeout to stop and reload. Ain't no fucking pause button in a gunfight to where you get time to reload your fucking gun. And then you'll have people say, well, most gun battles, they only last, I think it's 2 to 4 gunshots. Bullshit. Not in today's world. Maybe back in the fucking 70s or 80s. I don't see the data on that shit being accurate. So I'm not going to fucking play around. I'm not going to hope and guess and maybe think, well, maybe they won't. Nope. I want so many bullets to where I don't have to worry about a reload. I want so many bullets to where I don't even think about a fucking reload. I don't even want to have, it never crosses my mind to be running out of bullets. So if a gun battle is usually, let's say, 3 to 5 gunshots, then goddamn it, I want 50. Because whether it's 2 people that break in my door or 4 or 6, I want to have enough bullets for everybody. My man David said a bullet buffet. Right. All you can eat. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. When it comes to motherfucking bullets, I want to be the human beatbox. I make my own bullets. I make my own beats. Here you go. How? Bang, bang, bang. That's what the fuck I want to do. Give you as many as you want. Kick you in the door. Poof. That's what I want to do. I don't want to sit here and play no games. Fuck that. All you can eat. That's what I want. Smorgasbord, motherfuckers.
I was so hurt. I've done this. I've been in this profession for 35 years, and I've trained for these type of situations just as the officers have. And when the call went out, I immediately canceled everything I had going for the day, went out to the scene, and it really was just a few minutes from having to go into the school myself. I saw kids coming out holding hand in hand. I saw officers coming out bleeding. I saw just raw emotion. I had officers tell me they wasn't sure if they could do this anymore after carrying kids out of the building. It was just a tough scene.
What can you tell us about the shooter? Have you talked to the shooter's family? What can you tell us about this person?
So we know the shooter to be Audrey Hale. She's 28 years old. She actually attended that school and has some history there. We've talked to the father and the mother. They lived on Brightwood Avenue. We went to that residence, interviewed them, searched the home. We found 2 more weapons there, and I believe some more maps pertaining to maybe some thinking about some other incidents. We strongly believe there was going to be some other targets, including maybe family members, and one of the malls here in Nashville, and it just did not happen.
Chief, your hometown is Nashville. I would like to give you an opportunity to send a message to Nashville and the rest of the country, if you will, because this is something we are collectively dealing with here in the U.S.
I want to say to Nashville and to the rest of the country, we have to do something with gun violence and mental illness. Our kids are counting on this. I was in conversations with my daughter this morning. I have a 4-year-old grandson, and she's considering homeschooling, a place where it's supposed to be safe. We send our little loved ones off. They're excited to go to school. They're excited to be around friends, and then have to deal with this tragedy. We have to come together. We have to address gun violence, and we have to address mental illness and make it safe for the ones that we love the most and our most vulnerable, which are our kids.
Yeah, we keep saying that message, and this keeps happening. You said you talked to Audrey Hill's parents. What did they say?
So it's really hard for them emotionally right now. Our detectives have talked to them, and we're just combing through trying to find out what was going on. It was just really emotional because they lost a child during all of this as well. And so it's very traumatic for them too.
Wow. Chief John Drake, thank you for joining us.
And here's my thing with homeschooling, and I'm kind of on the fence with homeschooling, and I can explain why. So homeschooling, the idea of it, I think it's great. However, I do have a problem when it comes to homeschooling one kid at home or 2 kids at home, because there is a social aspect that is extremely important in schools that you lose when you homeschool. So it's like, I guess if I, perfect scenario, if it was a group, I'm talking maybe 5 to 10 kids in the community that would do something like that, and my children were being homeschooled by a few parents or something like that, and they had that social aspect to it, to where they're with, my kid goes to school and they're being homeschooled, but they're being homeschooled with 3 other children. They're being homeschooled with 4 other children or something like that. I would be okay with that. I would think that would probably be the ideal way to homeschool, because my children would then get the social aspect of it. The social aspect, learning how to share. The social aspect of learning how to, do things like eat with the kid. I'm talking about little babies. I'm talking about, those kids that would be starting, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, those really critical formative years. Yes, from an academic perspective, I think they would benefit just fine. But that social aspect, I think that matters, because those kids need to be around other kids. You just do. There's a certain level of just socialization that you can't get just being around your parent every day. So it's like learning about, sharing, being friends, taking care of each other. When I was an instructional assistant for state pre-K back in the late 90s, it was amazing to see 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds coming to school for state pre-K or Head Start, half day or full day, coming together and just, from the first day when they crying because their mama left them to, halfway through to where they got their routines down. They know how to, sit with other children. They help each other. The 4-year-olds would help the 3-year-olds. It's like those kinds of things, learning how to sit at a table and have food and have lunch and breakfast and snack family style, where they learn how to pass food, where they learn how to pass things to each other and treat each other. That is, it's invaluable. It's priceless to be able to see children learn that from each other. It was really amazing to see that and to see kids learning that just because they're around each other. And it's like, and these are kids from all different walks of life. These are kids from all different color, whatever the case may be. Kids will naturally do that. They will begin to take care of each other. They will begin to treat each other nice. They will make sure that each other has things. They will share. When you have an environment to cultivate that, those kids will fall into line with that, to the point to where when I was at that school, in that classroom, our kids was one of the shining, if not the shining jewel of our school. When we had visits from district staff, when we had visits from downtown staff to come and just see how your school is doing and to monitor your school, one of, if not the first stop, would always be our classroom. Because what those kids did and how those kids behaved, it was amazing. But it takes more than just one person, like I said, teaching a kid. It took several. It took kids being around each other to learn how to do those types of things together. And it's like we have this thing in our society where we have this thing to where there's so many people that are alone, and you may not know it, but there's so many people that are alone, and it is not meant to be that way. We are not. Hear me. For all those people, all the single ladies, everybody who can do bad by themselves and all that shit, we are not meant to be alone. And I mean everyone, on every level. You ain't meant to just have your one person that you see once a week or you see 3 times a week. We are not meant to be alone. Period. As a species, we are designed to be together. We are designed for us to commune in an environment, in a village, in a community, and all of that stuff. We are designed to have community. Thank you, David. We are built for that. That's how we function. At our highest level, we function the best together. One of the biggest things that, and even when I watch movies, and it's like, I know this just to be true about myself. Even in movies, I will get choked up in any movie when that moment comes where the people come together, or when those people actually stand up for each other, and they, whether they fight for each other or they save each other or they go back for that person, or if it's a scene where that person sacrifices themselves for the group. It's like that always brings chills to me. And it's something that's just in me. I have a passion for people. I'm a people person. So it's like those things, when I see those things, it does something on the inside of me. It just does. So it's like we are meant to be here for each other. We are meant to be here to help take care of each other. And it's like you don't have to be around 2,000 people, but you damn sure need to be around more than just 2. That's just what it is. And you'll have people that'll be watching this and they'll be like, I'm just not a people person. I'm just not a people person. Bullshit. That means that there's something wrong with you and you suffered some type of trauma along the way, or in the fact that how you were raised was problematic to where you have a desire to be isolated. And I tell you like this, most people that are isolated still want to find a way to reach out and to commune with others some type of way. Which is why the internet is so fucking popular. Which is why everybody's plugged in to the internet on some degree. Whether you're going there for attention, whether you're going there to communicate and talk to other people, meet other people, whatever the case may be, that even proves it further that you're not meant to be alone. It is what it is. It is what it is. And there are so many of us that have struggled in that area to where we have those deficiencies and those issues to where it's hard for us to do that. But that still doesn't mean that that's how we were made to be. And there's your relationship rehab nugget for today. Now, this is the actual video. And I want you guys to see this because this is where it gets real good. Real good. So this is like the school parking lot. There's our shooter. Shooter now walks up. AR-15. There you go. Now this person at this point, they walk up, and the first person that they encounter, it is the school janitor. Now, to my point about this right here, when you look at what this person did, walking down the hallway, going to work, it looks like somebody pulled the fire alarm. So like when you think about things like Uvalde, and there's no, and in Uvalde, the whole thing was what about the door, right? The door being open, the door being pried open, and all of that kind of stuff. It's like when you look at those things and you look at what happens, it's like there could always be a situation like this where somebody just comes in guns a-blazing. Just as easily as that kid walked in through that door that was cracked open or propped open in Uvalde, it's the same thing that happened here. It was different. That person just walked through the front door. Shoot the glass. They went Bruce Willis style and did the Hans Gruberman, shot the glass, and walked right in. Which is why you should have a what? School resource officer at the front door armed with an AR-15. Because I will tell you this, because some people will then, just what I said, they'll say, well, what if he would have shot that person? Yup, but here's the thing. Had that person known that if there was a school resource officer there with an AR-15, because that school resource officer was there when she was a kid and she went to that school, she would have known that old Mr. Williams or old man Ed Jones, whoever it was, would have been at that door waiting on her ass with that AR-15. She wouldn't have went there in the first place. Like she said in her manifesto, there was some other place that she was going to go, but she said because of the security, she wasn't going to go there. She literally took the path of least resistance. These people, and a lot of people, you have to realize this, and this is something I've just been saying a lot lately because it's just been something it's a realization that I think we need to start saying more, which is why I'm saying it. The world is not a safe place. The world is not a nice place. And there are things like law and order and things like that not only doesn't make us be nice, but it gives us guidelines to where we can at least try to be civil. However, the savage is always and will always be a savage. This is a wolf who wants to do what? Go and kill sheep. Where they gonna go? To where the most sheep are. That is the only reason why these active shooters choose schools. That is the only reason why an active shooter will choose a church. It is the only reason why they choose these soft targets, because it is the path of least resistance. I'm going to go and shoot up a classroom, a school full of kids. Why? Because I know they won't fight back. It's that simple. It's not a thing of where they're just doing this because they're crying out. Whatever that mental illness is, when they say, I want to go shoot up, I want to shoot fish in a barrel. I don't want to go fishing. I don't want to get my line out and go out on the sea, on the raging seas, and get my fish that way. Nope. I want to go to the supermarket where they're already there and they're waiting on me. I want to go look in this barrel where I can just stick my hands in there, take however many I want, and that's it. That's it. They do that because they know this is the place where I will get the most sheep with the least amount of resistance. At best, I'll have a locked door. At best, I'm going to have a locked door. That's why they do this. So now, what did this person do? Shot their way in, shot the custodian. Now, They're what? Walking around, checking doors, looking for the easy targets. And that's just what this bitch is doing.
This bitch got.
The Godfather says, I find your content interesting, bro. Well, thank you, sir. Those flashes that you're seeing, that's from the fire alarm. That is not gunfire. But it's like, this is what is happening. And it's like when there's an active shooter, it's seconds, but it's like, this is the thing that you want to stop. And the only way, like I said, the only way that you can stop this ain't no talking to this person. There's no negotiating with this person. There's no de-escalation with this person. This person has the intent to not just harm, but to kill. And the only way you're going to stop this person is to kill them.
So just got an update. It's going to be first floor.
My man Rex.
I'm making entry on the front side. I got a civilian that's coming in here.
Watch this.
The kids are all locked down, but we have 2 kids that we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So she says the school is locked down. We have 2 kids that we don't know where they're at. So essentially he's like, yes, ma'am. But he doesn't stop moving. Watch.
Yeah.
Into my window zone. They're upstairs.
Hey.
There's another officer who's there, handgun, right? Now watch what my man do.
Give me 3. Let's get 3.
That's it, baby.
All the way down this hall. Listen, it's Fellowship Hall. The end of this hall is Fellowship Hall. They just said they heard gunshots down there, and then upstairs are a bunch of kids.
Let's go. I need 3.
Is he waiting like they did in Uvalde? Is he trying to get the keys? Nope. Key already in his motherfucking hand, ain't it? Is he trying to find out what we're going to do? Is this a hostage situation? This is a hostage situation. Is he waiting for the captain? Is he waiting for the police chief? Is he waiting for any fucking body? Nope. He's moving, even asking for his 3. He ain't waiting. Give me 3. You know why he's asking for 3? So he can get in a T formation, motherfuckers. That's why. T formation requires 4 or the diamond. Some people will run the diamond, some people will run the T. I prefer the T myself, but hey, point is, these motherfuckers are on the move. And they're not playing. And notice that when he goes in here, you don't hear no gunshots. And watch what they do. Playbook. Textbook execution. One more.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Metro Police.
Let's go.
Open door.
Now here's my thing. With this alarm going off like this, that is very distracting. And it makes it hard to communicate. I personally would have had somebody who stayed outside, like, get this fucking alarm off. But it is what it is. They're not stopping.
On me. We don't know where he is.
On me.
Metro Police. Open door.
Now what they're doing now, like I've said before when I talked about Uvalde, they are what we would call going, they're clearing the rooms. This is what you would call shit. I want to say static. They're not dynamic to where they're just going where they hear the bang. They're sweeping through and they're checking each room. They're checking each room. I think it's this is what you would call it. They're doing like a static sweep. You don't go dynamic. Dynamic means I'm going right to where the action is. But they're moving now. They're moving through and they're clearing each room. You're doing that because you don't know where the shooter is. And until you can hear the bangs, you do this. We're moving through each room systematically, checking each room. Going to each room, clearing it. And they're moving fast, but not too fast to where they're not clearing the rooms. So they got like a trot going. You ain't trying to run in, huh, I don't see nobody. Huh, I don't see nobody. No, they're going through and they're sweeping the room and they're coming out and going to the next room. That's what you do.
Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear.
Check the bathroom. See how he's moving?
Next. Let's go.
Look at that. Next. Let's go. These are people who've done this before. They've trained just like this. This is exactly how we trained. Door.
With me.
Listen to him calling it out. With me. Why is he saying with me? Because he has the rifle.
Next.
He's in charge. Let's go. My man with the shotgun. Let's go.
Bathroom.
Let's go.
Come now. We're going right now. Let's go.
Just move right. Cover left. Cover left.
Cover. You hear why he called out cover left? Because there are doors over to the left. So he's in that formation that they're in. He's saying cover left. Say, hey, cover that fucking door. We ain't gonna hit it yet. But if a motherfucker come through that door, hey, if they a friend or a foe, you better identify their ass quick. That's why he's saying cover that door while he's checking over here to the right. He has a hallway. He's clearing the hallway. You don't just run out into a hallway. He's actually coming around the corner of that hallway, kind of what we call slicing the pie, to where you like looking in and you like starting from there and you're coming around, but you're not exposing yourself from that corner. And the thing is too, everybody's talking, taking direction. We know who's in charge, because that's why I said it's one of the first things. Who's in charge? Who running the show? Don't matter who, as long as you know what the fuck to do. We good and we gone. Checking that hallway at that door. Door's locked.
Take this with me. Take this.
Keeps going.
No, that's locked. Take this door.
Yep.
Take this door.
Yep.
Take it.
You hear that? Now you hear the gunshots. Watch what they do. They go dynamic, fast and deliberate. Let's get to the motherfucking spot. We're going to the bangs. We're now dynamic. We went from a static, methodical position to now we're dynamic. We're gone.
I think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs.
Sounds like it's upstairs. Now you see what that guy did? He stopped and he let that guy go by. Does anybody know why? Watch it again. You got an officer on the steps already. He stops and let this guy go by. Does anybody know why? Yes, sir. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Godfather, Godfather. Wolf Bear, rifle first, baby. Long gun goes first. He got that rifle. He got that AR. He got that action. That's why. Because he's going to be more accurate with that rifle than that guy would with that handgun. That's right. Rifle leads. Hear that? He's going. He ain't stopped. He ain't turned around like, hey guys, y'all wanna, what we gonna do? He ain't did none of that. This could be a holler situation. Nope. That motherfucker ain't looked back, has he? No, he has not. Because he know what the fuck he's doing and he's getting it done. You see these guys with these handguns? They're going to, right? Yes, because the bangs are going.
Push the LPV up. Push the LPV up.
There you go. He's slicing the pie now. He sees and he hears where this shit is coming from, and he sees the target right there. Did he negotiate? Did he talk to him? Did he say, hey, man, what you doing? Hey, man, let's talk about this. Hey, guys, let's just wait. Hold up, team. We're going to wait and see what this person does. Nope. He went right into action, didn't he? Sure in the fuck did. Bravo. 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 This is exactly what we are supposed to do. This is exactly how we were trained in this situation. Ain't no talking about what we gonna do next. Who we gotta wait for the commander? Captain, is chief on his way? Where the keys at? Well, who gonna go first? What you gonna do? Let me get some hand sanitizer on my hands while we sit and talk in the hallway and key. Let's sit here and hold on to our vests and chit-chat and see what's happening. What we're gonna do next? We're waiting for SWAT? Nope. Motherfuckers gone, got to it, got her done. Stop moving. And now you make them stop moving, you shoot some more.
Take your hand away from the gun! Get secondaries for my security! Hey, hold the air.
Exactly.
Take
That's how it's supposed to be. And here's my thing, and I'm going to say this, and people can be offended or whatever. I don't give a shit what was going on in her mind. I don't give a shit about what's happening with her. My point is this. When you decide to kill innocent people, we can figure out what's going on with you later. Right now, your ass getting dropped. Plain and simple. We can talk about the mental health aspect about this. We can talk about having mental health resources and the fact that our government is not providing mental health resources for our citizens. Absolutely, that's a hell of a conversation to have. But when you decide to do this for whatever reason, I don't care if you're just a straight evil person or if you got some real shit going on in your head to where this ain't clicking right, I get it. But you gotta go. Gotta go. As Robert Harris would say, I'm crazy. I killed everybody in the house. Well, I'm crazy too. Have a seat. Gotta go. Too many times do we, as the people, we give too much credence and too much concern to the person that is committing the act more so than we do to those that are the innocent ones in it. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that you can say that would allow me to have more compassion for that shooter as opposed to that 9-year-old girl. Or the second 9-year-old girl. Or the third 9-year-old girl. There is nothing you can say. Nothing we can talk about. No conversation can be had to where she will get more compassion, more concern, and more credence than those 3 9-year-old babies. Fuck what you're talking about. Fuck what you heard. This person's a piece of shit. Just like the rest of them, I don't care. Are there issues and concerns that we should have? Yup, surely so. But after the fact, after she's dead, we can talk about those things. Whatever happened or took place in her life, as tragic as it could be, to get her to the point to where she did what she did, I totally understand. But that 9-year-old little girl, number 1, little girl number 2, and little girl number 3, they had nothing to do with what this bitch had going on. Plain and simple. And my thing is this. If she wanted to die, and she wanted to die suicide by cop, fine, bitch. Get your gun, stand your bitch ass in the street, and just wave it around until the police come. point it at them, don't pull the trigger, and they'll gladly put your ass down. But you don't get to do that to kids and get any motherfucking sympathy from me. Not over them kids. Nope. No compassion, not over those kids. Nope. I feel more for them 3 9-year-olds than I do for that bitch. I have like 7 up. Always have and always will. That little girl didn't even know that bitch. I don't care. She didn't know her. Plain and simple. If she had beef with that principal, if she had beef with a teacher there, then you go settle that shit up with them. Them 9-year-old babies, they ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's why I don't feel like you should ever try to talk down, talk to, negotiate with. Bitch, you pull that trick, you shot or not, let me put you down. Send you where you need to go. I am now your afterlife coordinator. Period. Let me get you set up with your appointment for the afterlife. Let me go ahead and coordinate your meeting right now. Get you scheduled, and then bye-bye. Please proceed through the doors and await the next level of customer care to get your ass where you trying to go. Heaven or hell, I don't know, but I'm just the coordinator for the event. Get your meeting. Plain and simple. I gives 2 fucks about her. I have a 9-year-old daughter. And if that bitch killed my 9-year-old daughter, yes, I said killed. If she killed my 9-year-old daughter, I don't know what I would do. Even though she's dead. I'd want someone else to pay. If I wasn't there to put that bitch down myself, I'd want to find out who did something to her that made her do the shit she did, and then I would go and become their afterlife coordinator. Yup. You say you still in that wolf bear? I'm just saying. Fuck that. My daughter and what I've done with raising my daughter, the life that I provided to my daughter has such a level of innocence. And I promise y'all this. I'm just telling you straight up. She has such a level of innocence and purity. And that's how it should be. And I'm telling you like this. The level of carnage that I would rain upon the person that does something to her, I'm telling you, it's going to be some shit for the motherfucking movies. I'm just telling you that. I've put too much and have done too much for my daughter to be the person that she is and to be the way that she is, for anyone to just come along and think they can just shit on that for whatever issues they may have. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm more afraid of what I would do than anything else, because I honestly and truly don't know. But I do know that it would be devastating. Oh shit, the widget, I'm trying to get it now. That's just me. Let me go ahead and play this while we try to make sure that while we get this going again. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Oh my God. This is like crashing now. Oh, don't do this to me. He said be like John Creasy. I'm telling you, boy. That man, I'm telling you. Man on fire, nigga. You right. That's the best way. That is probably the closest thing that you could say as to what my mental state would be. Man on fire. Revenge is a dish best served cold. And I would truly paint a masterpiece. I would truly paint a masterpiece. Like Creasy, I wish you had more time. From cutting that motherfucker's fingers off in that car, like Herman Dodd, I understand. Do you know who I am? I'm like Herman Dodd. I'm Creasy, motherfucker. I'm Creasy. Would it bring her back? Nope. Would it heal her soul? Nope. But it'll make a motherfucker think twice about doing that shit to somebody else. It will make a motherfucker think twice before they decide to do it themselves. Just saying. Not that it makes sense, because I'm not trying to make sense. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. It's a thing to where it's like, dude, this is my responsibility. And that was the thing with John Creasy. It's like, this is my responsibility. This girl believed in me. She trusted me. And y'all think I'm just going to let these motherfuckers just kidnap her and play these games? Yeah, all right. Okay, let's go. Let's go. It's just business. He was like, I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. It's just business. Okay. I wish you had more time. And I wish that this damn thing would start back. And I don't think that it is. Oh, wait, let me try this. Hang on. Try to do that. Let's see if it'll come back that way. Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna try to take it out and see if it'll let me do that. It did. And then I'll try to add it back. This is why it's so important to save your videos to your computer. I think it was this one. Yes. Ha! Hopefully this works. And now, let's see if it'll let me fast forward it. And I don't know if it will. God, dog. Oh, man. I'm so tired of this shit doing what it's doing. Okay. Hopefully. Nope. All right, we'll just have to keep watching it then. We'll just do that until it comes up and lets me fast forward it, because I definitely want you guys to see this. My goodness. Here I am all alone. Damn it. Let me see if it's something. Nope, it ain't shit I got over here that's running that's causing it. It's the goddamn software. I need a new computer.
just got an update. It's going to be first floor, main lobby of what? I'm making entry on the front side. I got a civilian that's coming in here.
The kids are all locked down, but we have 2 kids that we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Into my window zone. They're upstairs.
Hey. Give me 3. Let's get 3.
Rex Engelberg is from Chicago. That's dope.
It's Fellowship Hall. The end of this hall is Fellowship Hall. They just said they heard gunshots down there, and then upstairs are a bunch of kids.
Let's go. I need 3.
One more!
Let's go. Metro Police.
Open door! On me! We don't know where he is! Metro Police! Open door! Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear.
Next. Let's go. Door. With me.
Hold the door!
Over this motherfucker, man.
Next.
Yes.
Open it. I got it.
Bathroom.
Yes. He said some politician want cops to negotiate. It's ridiculous, right?
Cover.
And those
Cover
are
left.
usually
Cover left.
politicians that ain't been in this, ain't never experienced this, ain't never seen this, and will never experience or see this. And they think they know better because they went to school. It don't take all that. Yeah, okay.
Take this with me. Take
Right.
this. No, that's locked. Take this door.
Oh, I don't
Take
know.
this door.
Oh, shit, man.
Take it.
I can't get the damn cat up.
I think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs.
Go! Push the LPV up. Reloading! Clear! Move! Watch out! Stop moving!
There we go. I got it back now.
Get your hands away from the gun! Get your hands away from the gun! Get secondaries, provide security! Hey, hold the air. Go.
This
Take
is the
a
same,
floor.
different body cam for the other officer. Is that a vortex scope?
Where did they go in? First floor.
I
Hold
didn't
there,
even
y'all.
look at
Somebody
that.
hold there.
I didn't even notice it.
Hit that door. Rifle first. Blue, go. Go.
See him calling it out?
Go.
Look at them boys, man.
Move. I'm with you. Go left. Straight.
Stacked up, baby.
Right here. It's locked. Go. Hit that stair. Hit the stairs. Go. Those stairs. Go. Go, 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 go. Yes, sir. Go, go, go. I got it. Go. Ready? One down. Keep pushing. Go. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Move.
There they go.
Right, right, right. Push with LPVO. Push with LPVO. Go right. Move, move. Watch out, watch out. Move. Stop moving! Stop moving! Watch left, watch left. Suspect down, suspect down.
Awesome job, Jimmy.
Hey, hold the air.
Awesome job. It's not something that you want to do, but the thing is, when you have to do it, that's exactly what you want to do. I'll say it again. This is not something that you want to do, but when it's something that you have to do, that's exactly how you want to do it. That's exactly how you want to do it. They didn't even fry that chicken, David. They microwaved that. They microwaved that chicken. That meal got microwaved. They weren't playing around. That's exactly how you want to execute. It ain't something that you want to do, but when you gotta do it, that's just what it is. And that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Flawless victory. Good guys win. Good guys win. I don't know what this other video is. Let me see what this is.
Injured on the front side. I got a civilian that's putting you in
Oh,
there.
this is just a different version of it. Okay, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
End of this call is fellowship call.
Yeah, I think this is another officer. Yeah, that's why I knew it. The reason why I saved this. I'm trying to think. Like,
Door with me. Move right. Cover. Cover left. Cover left.
yeah, no, this is the same video. It's just a different. There's a different version of it. That's all. Yeah. Right, because they didn't show it. In this one. That's what it was. They didn't show the actual shooting. That person didn't
They go
take him
second
down.
floor.
But it's just one of those things to where it's like, man, we have to understand that this is not something that can be fixed overnight, but it can be fixed. It can be fixed. And I would hope that maybe some politician somewhere who ain't got an agenda could put this on the agenda and get something like this done, or at least get people talking about it. Because one of the things that you have to think about when it comes to these active shooter things, there is no perfect cure, one plan cures all type of approach to it. But the more of a presence of security that you have, the more of a deterrent that it becomes. And these people will eventually get to the point to where when we have these areas like these schools secured, you'll drastically see a decrease in these shootings. And you'll see a decrease in two ways. Not necessarily that they will stop altogether, but you will see the casualties go way down. Because my thing is this. Had they waited in them hallways like Uvalde, hey man, how many people would have wanted Uvalde to be 18 instead of 19? 17 instead of 18? 16 instead of 15. I mean, it's 16 instead of 17. 15 instead of, 16. Each one of those kills matter. So I would want the fewest amount possible. The only thing that would, if in Uvalde, what if it only would have been 8? The only thing would have been better with that would have been 7. The only thing would have been better than 7 would have been 6. The only thing would have been better than 6 in this case would have been 5. That's just the approach that you have to take to this. So it's like when you look at these kind of things, how do we get that thing down? How do we decrease that number? How do we increase response time? I gave the solution. Rewind it to the beginning. Just saying. That's just what it is. So I'm really proud of these guys. This was a great look for law enforcement. This is one of those things to where I was so proud of these officers. I give them nothing but the highest regards and salute to what they did, because that's what the job is. They didn't think about themselves getting shot. They didn't think about making sure if this was a hostage situation. They didn't give a shit about waiting. They went in and they went to work, and they won. They won because they stopped it from being 7 dead. They stopped it from being 8, 9, 10, 11. That's why they won. Because she wasn't going to stop. I'm just saying. She wasn't stopping. And it's just a thing to where the fix to this is going to be treating these schools like the courthouses. Treating these schools like the airports. Because ain't no active shooter happened at TSA. Well, 15 people got killed or 12 people got shot. Ain't happening at the courthouse. It's just not. Because of the presence of security and because of the tools they have in place. They spend the money. Whether it's the county, whether it's the city, whether it's the Fed, they spend the money. The fact that Capitol Police is a thing that lets you know what it takes. Just saying. I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. I'm so sorry that I have not been able to go live as much as possible, but hey, family matters. Family first. That's just all it is. I'm trying my best. I got 2 more shows I know that I got to give y'all on 2 different things, but I thought that this was like the one that I had just had to do. I've been wanting to do it since it happened, and I finally just was able to find the time to do it now. So here we go. And that's why you guys got it. But I just want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you guys for still supporting me. I really do appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Trust me, I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to do this as much as I possibly can, and it will get better. I know that for sure. So thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Continue to click the like button. Continue to go over to the Rumble, please. It's in the chat. Please, please, please make sure you get over to the Rumble, because like I said, that's where the future is. For me, I can already see the writing on the wall, and I'm trying my best to get y'all over there. So please, please, please join the Rumble. Please continue to click that like button, and thank you guys for the donations. I really do appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Till next time, peace, and I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab, and I need you to do 2 things. What are those 2 things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's 2 of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.